Hello everybody, my name's Atley. Welcome back to my SnowRunner Hard Mode playthrough. We are in the S06E12, picking up where we left off. I've just come out of the paper factory. In the last episode we delivered 22 units, or 22 slots worth of cargo in there. Variety of items. And we're going to go round now to the railway station to pick up 4 concrete slabs. There's an infinite supply of them at that railway station, and I need 4 for one of the contracts, so it's the obvious place to go. The Pacific crane is there from last episode, so we should be right to load. Now, I want to try this other route, but it might be, this corner might defeat me. It's a bit of a tight corner to turn with this trailer. We'll see how we do. But I want to try, it was suggested in comments, and yeah, that's not a good for other trailers. Maybe I can see that being a problem for this trailer. So given that the Zix doesn't really struggle too much with the water, I think I'll just stick to the route I have been doing, which is to go around the side into the railway station. So this warehouse that we're just passing is almost empty. I think it's just got a couple of small pipes in there that we'll need for the stage C part of this. But for now, that warehouse is done as far as we're concerned. I've been having a bit of a look at the map, and there's a warehouse right down, I mentioned it in the last episode, right down in the south east corner of the map. There's a warehouse with some materials that will be useful to me, but it's quite a long way away. And I was looking at the map, and I think probably the secret to opening access to that and making it a usable place to get in and out of is that wooden bridge that I haven't done yet. There's a wooden bridge. It requires 8 slots of, or 8 units of wooden planks to fix it, and I think that bridge is going to be key to getting access to that warehouse, based on other comments around using the lake edges as roads. Got a couple of options to do. I'm kind of intentionally delaying when I have to start the metal rolls, beams, bricks, sand, cement part of this map, just for it's complex. I'm going to get all the easy stuff done first. So the Pacific's already here to crane load me. We'll stick 4 lots of slabs on here. That'll fill this 8 slot trailer up. Then we'll be good to go. I was looking at this when I was editing it, and I think probably a better way to turn this around is to reverse the trailer into that gap that I used to put the truck into. So we'll see how this goes. I got it turned around alright the other day, or in the last episode rather. But I think that's a better way to do it. Pull up alongside. Get the crane roughly in the middle of the trailer. Out there. Engine off. Change track. I'll have to get some fuel on the way out. And again, I'm gonna call it lazy. It might not be really lazy, but I'm relying on the $4 a litre fuel station a lot more than I intended to when I started this map. I should be bringing fuel up really, but I don't want to do that off cam, and it doesn't feel like an exciting thing to do on cam. But anyway, we'll manage. Crane. Legs down. Put some cargo on. Concrete slabs. Unlimited supply. So it just makes sense to get them from here. There's been an update today. The first time, I think, since the hotfix they did after Phase 8. It's the first update I've noticed anyway. And there were a bunch of Phase 8 and New Game Plus related bug fixes in there. The good news is it didn't break my save, but my trucks are still selling at 100% from storage. And it wasn't mentioned in the patch notes that that was a bug that they'd fixed, so I'm not surprised. But yeah, doesn't really affect me because I'm not in the business of selling lots of trucks. But there's a couple of trucks I probably would sell, and I'm reluctant to because I don't want to take advantage of a bug, basically. But I'm not desperate for cash, so it's not causing me a problem. Beautiful. Stop the engine. Restore the crane just to keep the legs out of the way. Change track. I'll put some fuel in from my roof now and then refill at the fuel station on the way past. Of the trucks I've got, this one fares with this water the best, I think. Considering it's got such a heavy cargo on the trailer. But no, it's not my favourite route. So I was also looking at the way the sawmill functions. And up ahead of me there's the medium logging trailer that we have to deliver for somebody. And if you take a batch of medium logs to the sawmill, it will manufacture 6 wooden plank units from medium logs and then 12 from long logs. So actually it's not too hard to get as much wooden planks as you'll need. That's a pretty decent exchange ratio, I think. 6 pallets of logs out of this trailer. So one option I've got is I could just run that trailer down, use these medium logs for that to give me plenty of logs, and then replace those medium logs with others when I get to the point that I'm doing logging. So I am going to fill up. I don't mind doing that really. Don't lock over the medium logs while I'm doing it though. So I think that that route off to my right now, probably this truck and trailer would cope with that okay. And probably for the 6 slot unit of Tatra Force plus red trailer, that's the way I would go. Right, so nice and wide. I am enjoying this 8 slot trailer. It is definitely a good purchase in my opinion. Not only is this, like this particular trip and some of the Metal Beams trips, instead of being 1.5 journeys or 2 trips but with 1.5 loads of cargo, it's also just, I find it easier to maneuver than the dolly trailers. Obviously you're going to be a bit careful that you're not knocking over posts and stuff, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a good purchase and I think it works well with this 6. There's the Force. I just moved it out of the way before I started recording to allow me to get the Zix moved in and out with the trailer. So delivery of 4, and this is the only 4 that are needed as well. Let me have a little think. So what I'm thinking is, if this bridge was fixed, then I could probably find a way along this beach. This rock stuff could be a little bit interesting. I don't know. I haven't explored to see what that route is like. But effectively, you're into this warehouse. And the warehouse, for example, has got cement, and I need cement. Let's just have a quick look at what's left of these two. So this one, A, needs 12 metal rolls and 4 beams. Now the 4 beams I know I can get. You know, some from there and some from there. I haven't been close enough to actually tag it on the map, but I know it's there because I see it every time I drive past the garage. So I know I've got options for metal beams. And I'll get those without manufacturing. Metal rolls, I'm probably going to need to either bring them in from the other map or craft them from crate beams and then take beams to the production site and turn the beams into rolls. But there are some, only 4, but there's some here. Or get metal rolls from the other map, but I need to make sure that I understand the availability in the other map and don't leave it dry of the requirement I've got there. And then what's the other one need? B, more metal rolls, 2 cement, which I can get from this little warehouse, and then again bricks. Plenty of places with bricks, but brick production is a bit complicated, isn't it? Because you're producing sand and then you're going to find cement, and you can manufacture cement at a cost of fuel, and it all gets quite complicated. Cool though, I like it. So I think the next thing I'll do will be this wooden bridge. So for now, I'm just going to move the Zix out of the way. And then we'll jump into the Force and we'll go and do some wooden plank collection from houses. Actually a slightly convenient bit of camera jankiness in a way, but I'll swing this around the outside of here. Then I can, apart from the fact that I've just scattered the fence out of the way, that's the Zix out of my way, isn't it? And then we'll change, no, it's slightly too far away, look. We'll change into the Force. And we'll go off. We'll take the trailer with us. I'd really like a 2-slot trailer. So next time I'm near the garage, I'm probably going to buy a 2-slot trailer. Because I think for some of these things I need to do, it's a bit more convenient. But let's go and get some wooden planks. Nobody minds if I go out the indoor, do we? In the UK, this would be the outdoor because we drive on the correct side of the road rather than the right side of the road. So we'll spend the rest of the episode in the Force, probably. I really don't know whether it's worth me having this trailer on me, to be honest. The more I think about it, I might be better off just running the truck on its own and forget the trailer, rather than manoeuvring the trailer in and out of these houses. I think I will just drop a trailer here and drive the truck on its own for a bit. Because otherwise, like, possibly there's an argument for using the truck to pick up the wooden planks and then transferring them to the trailer and taking them to the bridge en masse. But really, I don't know that that's worth the time. So thinking about it with that southwest warehouse, if I find a convenient route to that warehouse, then almost by definition, I've also found a convenient route to that corner of the other map, haven't I? Because it's right next to the gateway. And just on that corner of the other map, there's a warehouse with another 10 metal rolls in it. So I need to work out how many metal rolls I actually need on Grainwoods River. And if I can spare those 10, that's probably my best bet to get mass metal rolls back to this map. Providing I get a route that I'm happy to run in and out with this truck and a trailer. I don't know if I'm doing the most efficient 4 buildings to destruct here, to be honest. Now that I'm doing it, it feels like quite a long drive to this one. What's the approach angle for that then? Don't really... I'm taking the building. Do I really want to knock over the patio table as well? Yeah, this isn't the right approach, is it? What's the map say? The map says, don't steal my building, mate. I think I'm just going to go up here. Because I am stealing this building. That decision's been made, pal. Oh, there is a bit of a path there then. So, wooden planks onto the loading platform, please. Cargo. Still the crane. Get out of here. I'm not taking the road because it takes me around by the wet lake. I don't fancy it. Although I could probably divert through the railway station. I'll just go out the way I came in. Just had to turn my Steam notifications off because one of my friends is logging in and out of a game over and over. Not sure what that waypoint's showing me. That's probably the start of the bridge, isn't it? I've probably left the route down to the way of the warehouse. Straight ahead down to here. Question is, should I put this on the ramped flatbed and then go off and get another one? Got the flatbed facing the wrong way, and turning these things around doesn't always work out very well for me. But I think I will chuck a winch on it and see if it'll turn around with me. Bit abusive. I am going to transfer these over and then use the trailer. This feels like a slightly more sensible thing to do. Bit too close to get that one to pack. I'll just stick it on the back. There we go. I can leave that there. Restore my crane. Back her up. Turn around. Over the bridge. Go and get the next one. And then, if I can manage to finish the bridge in this episode, that would be wonderful. And I will, next episode, then be finding a route down to that other warehouse. And I do think this is the right way to do it. It's easier to take these buildings apart than it is to manipulate logs to make more planks. And it's easier to take metal buildings apart than it is to manipulate rolls to make beams or fuel to make beams, etc. quite a lot of the time in Yukon it was easier to just go and get things out of the factories and warehouses. Assuming it's up here somewhere, but let's have a quick look at the map. So I've got my headlights pointing around to look if it looks like a trail. Bit rocky. Nope, maybe not. Maybe not. Engine off. What's my trail up to here then? Yeah, it's probably there. So nope, it wasn't that zig. It's a different zig. Wooden planks, loading platform. Sorry, mate. You sitting there playing on your Xbox. I've just stole part of your house. Got plenty of materials though, haven't you? It's funny, isn't it? A funny mechanic. Nobody's ever going to come out and shout at me or wave a shotgun at me. What do most of you do? I have had comments saying stripping the buildings and reducing your crafting is more efficient. What do most of you do? What's the majority view on this one? I think it's the right way to do it, personally. I'll top up with fuel because I might as well. It feels weird driving past and just doing fuel top-ups as I'm going. Roof's already full. I'm not used to doing that on this save, am I? Normally, on this save, everything's coming out of trailers, but I don't think they've been as generous with fuel on the map. Probably because fuel is a big part of the mechanic of this region, with the whole generator and crafting mechanic. Right, so I am going to transfer these to the trailer. I don't know if I'm doing the right approach to this, to be honest, but I'm committed now, so let's crack on. My idea is if I transfer these to the trailer, I can take the trailer to the bridge, take the truck off and get another two, and then rejoin the truck and trailer to take 6 to the bridge, and then I'll have to go off to get the last 2. I'll do. That'll pack. I know one of them's wonky, but that will pack. Reattach the trailer and get it delivered to the bridge so that I can leave it at the metal bridge, go off and get 2 more, come back, attach the trailer and deliver. Right, quick filter opportunity and then a look at the map. So my thinking was, if I leave this trailer here, I can go off and get more wooden planks, come back, but I might as well, I'm close enough, I might as well just bring it down, deliver these 4. So transferring them to the trailer was a waste of time. Deliver these 4, leave the trailer there, go off, grab these 2, come back, and then go off and grab another 2, probably from here, maybe? Bit high up on a cliff, maybe that one's easier. So we'll deliver these 4. And then go off and get another 2. And then if I've got time, try and get the last 2. Be disappointing not to get them all though, wouldn't it? So I'm probably going to make editor's life a bit difficult again by recording for longer than I should. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then detach the trailer. Give myself room to maneuver. And I'm hoping that I can negotiate this bank on this side. Yeah, there is a trail going that way. It is probably those two sites that are illuminated by the map that I'm going to get to, but I'll do the near one first, maybe. Ooh, that was a big old chunk of engine damage. Yeah, I went over a big rock. Yeah, that's how big a rock. I've got no repair points either, so I have to be a bit careful. Alright, for a minute. I need to get down to the other map and resupply my repair points for this truck. So this is drivable terrain, but it's a bit gnarly. So there's one right here. I'm minded to leave that one for a minute and kind of do what in theory is the hardest one first. So we'll come across, where's my bridge that I've been using? Is it this? Yeah. Come across the bridge that we've been using to get metal frames. And then we'll have a look at the map and see where these two are. So it's showing me one here, which is up on top of the hill. Is it that one? Yeah, check map runner, and there's no other. Just the way the yellow arrows are. The one on the left there felt slightly bigger and therefore seemed closer. Right. It's definitely closer to get to this one. I guess I'm going to try climbing up here to get to it. Maybe a mistake in this truck. But it'll be a bit of fun. I've done that same route in a Scout, no problem. But this ain't no Scout. I think I'll weave through the trees on the left there actually, in the Scout, rather than this gully. I think that's probably a better route. Coming into daylight, that'll help. Hey, this is a really good off-road truck, so I'm sure it's capable of it. Whether I'm capable of it. What's that road then? That's implying that there's a trail that goes back down the hill, but I don't know about that. That looks like a rocky, messy trap to me. What am I doing here? Yeah, so there's a kind of a stone step down. That's not what I want. So I do want to fight my way through these trees. You thought you were safe. You thought nobody's mad enough to come up here and steal my house, are they? Wooden planks, loading platform. I'm going to try those steps down just because it looks fun. It might be a mistake, but I'm going to try it. Restore the crane, get back and deliver. So turn around. If those rocky steps are meant for a scout, I might get myself in a bit of trouble, but I'm going to still do it anyway. And then once these are delivered, I'll only have that one that's a bit closer. And I'll know I can do relatively quickly. Where did I come out of the trees? I want to try and get through here to here, because I'm going to try this step. Pretty easy person. Why would you do that? Because it'll either be a shortcut that some people haven't noticed and it'll be fun to try it, or it'll be a disaster and give me some interesting content. But it's not hard. This game isn't hard. I'm trying to play hard mode and it's not hard. So I've got to introduce things that are interesting to me. Oh my days. Really? No, hang on. No, this is stupid. I fully acknowledge this is stupid. I also fully acknowledge that I am going to do it anyway. Ooh, that tree's a bad problem. What am I like? Get a rope to pull me back. Didn't quite get the line I wanted off that tree. Transfer the line to that tree. And then I'm looking to try and go more directly down. Winch, be gone. I'm in low ratio with the diff lock on. Yeah, that's alright. That's a bit of fun. I've been watching too many of those rock climbing truck videos. A lot of them feature Tatra trucks. And I've just got an urge to... It would be great to do some proper off-roading. And I enjoyed that. Made me feel like I was in one of those mad videos where, you know the ones I mean, where you see some kind of rocky climb that they've got to do in a big truck, and there might be 20 trucks attempt it and only 1 or 2 succeed. Those videos. Add a bit of excitement, isn't it? Right, I will be back soon for those 2 on the top of that hill. But let's get these 2 delivered first. And I didn't want to be manoeuvring trailers through all of that and try and do it in one circuit. I don't think it's worth it when the... like this batch in particular is pretty close to where I need to deliver. I don't think it's worth the effort of taking a trailer there. Nice view. Across the lake. So that other lake shore... oh, hang on. Stop, 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 stop. Oh, no. I'm looking at the other lake shore. Oh. Oh. I'm looking at the other lake shore and I shouldn't be. I should be 100% focused on... because that is a perfectly flat bit of terrain if you avoid the rocks. Well, that might be a screenshot. That's a good screenshot. Trouble is, it's a spoiler, isn't it? If I use that as a thumbnail, it's not just clickbait, it's a spoiler. You guys will know what's happened from the thumbnail. That's a tough decision, isn't it? I don't know whether to do that. Well, it's no good talking about it. How much time? Oh, I haven't got time for this now. I've left myself too tight. Gotta be the Zix. There's no other choice. I'll have to crane them back on once I've got this back on its wheels. Oh, what a nightmare. I really try to keep my videos under an hour, but I think this is one of the scenarios where either editor will pull off a heroic editing job and get this under an hour, or it'll just be one of those that edges slightly over. But to be fair, the Zix is pretty close. I think in hindsight it would have been quicker to do 6 slots of planks out of the sawmill by using that trailer. But I still think this is a potentially better way to have done it. It's not all about just doing it quicker, is it? Logs are... there is one site on this map that's got infinite medium and long logs, but it's a little bit remote, and then most of the logging camps on this are either 2 batches or 3 batches only. See if I can pull you back on your wheels this way to start with. Not letting me winch. There we go. Now, if you don't mind, I don't need my wooden planks physics glitching on me. I do need to try and get this truck up onto a flat and then reload. Repack. Now, I'll have to move the Zix. But I won't move it far. Just enough to be off the track, but close enough that it can still help me if I get into the same problem on the next trip, because I'm going to persevere. Get it done. And I'll leave the other shore until I'm ready to negotiate the other shore, instead of talking about it and looking at it when I should be focusing on a fairly gnarly bit of terrain. I went over I saw a tree stump in the ground and got caught on it. I'm trying to avoid too rocky a path. That tree stump tried to go through my sump, or my fuel tank even. That's a nasty bit of terrain. I like it, but yeah, that's well, a rock guy. Rock guy always makes life a bit interesting. Gun it, full throttle. What could possibly go wrong? Cargo, 1, 2, no messing, straight back. I need to get the other two off the top of the hill, and then the bridge will be fixed, and then we'll worry about what to do about that in the next episode. Because I'm sure that shore is a route that we'll be able to use to get to the warehouse. That same tree stump in the other direction, not so bad, but be careful of that coming back. Right, pointing straight uphill is better for crane work, so I think that'll do. Flat pack, yep. So straight down the slope should be safe, and then resume this time without falling over. And then I think this will set us up for the next episode to get into that warehouse and grab some stuff out of there. Cement and 4 of the metal rolls, but we need a lot of metal rolls. Right. That log again. See that combination of that log in the terrain plus that rock on my right. I don't like that rock. There we go. That'll do her. So delivering these and fixing this bridge will be the end of the episode. Not too bad actually on timing. I've certainly given the editor harder jobs than this, so should be alright. Got to roll a truck over now and then, haven't I? Yeah. Engine off. Cargo. Presumably a little cutscene maybe. And there we go. We've now got a bridge and 6.5 grand. Nice bit of music on that one. So I now think that hooking up the trailer and trying to find, this is the most gnarly bit. I don't know what this looks like. And then also how to get through this. But get into the warehouse, pick up some goods, get back to the factory. But I'm going to be doing all of that in the next episode. So I'm going to wrap this episode here. I enjoyed that, including even the little tip was all right. I'm happy with the progress today, really. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you in the next one. But in the meantime, thanks and goodbye.